Sri Lanka is going through its worst economic crisis, leaving the island nation's 22 million people endured months of galloping inflation and lengthy power cuts after the government ran out of foreign currency to import vital goods. Now, amid protests, President Gotabaya Rajapaksa, who was supposed to resign from his post today, fled the country, leaving many protesters outraged. Crisis-hit nation declared a nationwide state of emergency today, hours after the president fled the country.
One of the branches, and Prime Minister Wickremesinghe has been working out of here, and they want him to also resign along with the president, because otherwise, according to our constitution, when the president resigns, the prime minister becomes interim or acting president. When the protesters started coming, there was tear gas. So I am a resident, and it came into our homes as well. But then the barriers have been breached, and the protesters have now gone towards the entrance. But they have moved special forces, armed army troops, just moved in through the road, and they have deployed themselves inside. So we certainly hope that there will not be weapons used against unarmed protesters, because that will be a gross violation of law.
Thousands of protesters have marched towards the Parliament building and the Prime Minister's office in Colombo as the news about Sri Lankan President fleeing to Maldives emerged today morning. According to international media reports, President Gotabaya Rajapaksa fled the country with his wife and 2 bodyguards aboard a Sri Lankan Air Force plane. As per Sri Lanka's Speaker of Parliament, Rajapaksa is yet to give his resignation.
ආරක්ෂකයන්ගේ ඔබතුමාලට හැමෝටම කියනවා අපි රටක් විදියට හැමෝම ලාංකිකයෝ විධානය ඇවිල්ලා තියෙන රටේ පුරවැසියන්ගෙන් අවුලෙම හයත් නෑ ඉන්නවා අද අපි දන්නවා ඔය පොළු අරගෙන යන්නේ එයා කිලි කඩියකටද එච්චර කඩේ යන්නේ පොළු අරගෙන ආවේ අපේ ළමයින්ට ගහන්නේ
Amid chaos of massive economic crisis and political uncertainty in crisis nation, and with both Sri Lanka's president and prime minister promising to resign, the question of who will form the next government is paramount, even as the economic crisis continues unabated. However, a lot of uncertainty lies ahead as to who will assume power and deal with the economic crisis. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe told the parliament, Sri Lanka is bankrupt and the acute pain of its unprecedented economic crisis will linger until at least the end of next year. He also said Sri Lanka's ongoing bailout talks with the International Monetary Fund depended on finalizing a debt restructuring plan with creditors by the month of August.